In this video today, we're going to cover Accelerator for Sage 100, abbreviated to ACS 100, and this is our product offering with Outlook integration for Sage 100. On the screen, you'll see an email highlighted from R.T. Johnson of American Business Futures, and Accelerator for Sage 100 has been turned on, and that is surfacing data relevant to R.T. Johnson. In this case, his company is American Business Futures. You can navigate through the data. So we're looking at summary information here, but you could drill down further and look at orders, invoices, quotes, etc. The really powerful thing about Accelerator for Sage 100 is that no Sage 100 user license is required. And that is because what you're actually viewing here is a snapshot of your Sage 100 data. It's not a live login. The information is updated at regular intervals according to the requirements of the customer. It could be on an hourly basis, it could be on a 30-minute basis. That's entirely up to the customer and how they wish to configure the system. So all of your team can actually view Sage 100 data without having to have a Sage 100 user license. So why you might invest in Accelerator for Sage 100 or ACS 100? Microsoft 365 Outlook is a widely used email and communication platform. So a lot of your staff could well spend their time in their email, be they be in a sales role or a service role. And so to be able to surface Sage 100 data in that medium could be very useful for them. It also means that there's greater collaboration between departments. The accounting staff are doing what they need to do in Sage 100, but the entire company can actually view the information, so they can look at invoices, etc. There's an additional layer added on top, which is a CRM layer, and that allows you to track customer interactions and also to create prospects. This isn't uploaded into Sage 100, but the data is in the cloud and could be downloaded for reporting on if needed. So overall, having access and ability to surface Sage 100 in your email and giving you a snapshot of Sage 100 data would improve employee productivity. There's no need for them to switch between applications or to have to call the accounting team to get critical business information such as what's been ordered or what's at invoice stage, etc. So features of Accelerator for Sage 100, ACS 100. You can view data, so you can view overdue information, open orders, and on the screen we have a snapshot of Accelerator for Sage 100, and as you can see there's a welcome screen here, overdue accounts, and the one that's actually opened and expanded here is open orders. So you can see this was last refreshed on the 23rd of February 2024, which is when the screenshot was taken. Now there are no open orders at this point, but you could refresh that and it does highlight when it was last refreshed. And then you also have open quotes, as you can see down here. Beyond that, you can view AR customer details, and on the screen here we're surfacing Atlanta Designer Furniture, and we're actually looking at orders in this case, but you could look at items purchased, payments, memos, touch points, which would be a CRM layer, invoices, orders, contacts, and more. So on the screenshot here, we're actually viewing an order, the order type, status, and we could drill in further by clicking on this icon here, which would allow us to get into more detail of the order. You can also view stock levels. You can search using Accelerator Sage for 100, search on AR customers, AR customer contacts, AR customer orders, AP vendors, invoices, prospects, email or phone, and items. So on the screen here now we have a screen grab of searching based upon an item. So we've used the word erase here, which has produced two results, both related to a white erase board in different sizes, it would appear, and you get the sales unit of measure, primary vendor, standard unit cost. Again, you can drill in further using this icon to learn more about that item. You can also then file, so this is the CRM layer aspect of it. You can actually file any call notes against a record in Sage 100 or emails. These are stored in the cloud. They're not actually put into Sage 100 itself, but they're more for the rest of your team or anybody who uses Accelerator for Sage 100 to be able to see, for example, in this case, Breslin Supply, was there any phone conversations or any emails exchanged with this customer? Another aspect of the CRM layer is that you can create new prospects. This would be particularly important, obviously, for your sales team. So they could be surfacing Sage 100 data, or they could also use Accelerator for Sage 100 to record details that they have against a prospect customer. So in this case, we've got Danny White. Accelerator for Sage 100 is not finding any matching data against the Sage 100 data. So it presents a new prospect screen, and you can ignore that by Xing out of it, or you might go ahead and actually create a new prospect. So in this case, it's screen scraped electrical wire out, and it's also screen scraped the email address here, and you can fill in the rest of the details. And that could be important for a department head to be able to download from the cloud at a later date all the prospects that have been created and may well be elevated to a status that they become a customer and then would actually be entered into Sage 100. Then finally, the last feature we're going to cover here is the ability to download invoices. So when you go into a record, and if there's an invoice against the company, or in this case we're looking at an order here, you can actually download that. So somebody might request a copy of their invoice. So you can surface that data in Outlook using ACS100 and then reattach it to the email for the customer that's looking for that. So we'll click out into Outlook now and take a look at this. So on the screen at the moment, you've got our email here. So I'm highlighting an email with my own email address there, magella@Sierra.com. And Accelerator for Sage 100 is switched on. So that's actually highlighting to me. There's the email address, magella@SierraTogether.com, and I could delve into that. So for example, I could look at any details that are listed in the system against this, comments, customer status, date of last activity, credit limit, open order amounts, for example. I could drill in and look at the orders specifically. So we've got 2 orders here. We've got details, the discount amount on it. I might want to delve in a little bit deeper. I can click into the order here. It's giving me the sales order number, any line items, etc. So what they've bought here, 2 executive desk ensembles at €1,700 or dollars each. I can view that, and what I'm actually viewing here is more information about the item that they've purchased and what's actually on hand or on purchase order available in the warehouse as well. You could view, here's another one, desk. And again, you can have a look and see what's on purchase order, what's on standing order, 2 items on standing order there. So you can check stock levels on that basis. So we can navigate back to the company level here. We can take a look at invoices that are listed there. Again, you have a summary of the invoice details, and you can delve in to drill further and actually see the details of the invoice within that. And then you could download as well. So going back to the company level, you have memos, any memos that are recorded against any payments made, contacts, or any product reports that are there. So in this case, the product report is giving what they've actually purchased in the past and the number of items, and you can drill down a little bit further on that as well, and when the last order was made. So that allows you to drill around the information if you so wish. If I click on another email here, so I'm going to go back to click on Lonely Planet, it's not recognizing that there's any data in Sage 100 that matches it, so it's actually defaulting to a new prospect screen, which allows you to actually decide, could this potentially be a customer down the line, and do I want to create a prospect? So you'll see it's tried to screen scrape as much as it can from the layout of the email address there, so it's guessing the company name, customer name to be male, contact name Lonely Planet because of the structure of the email address, and then you fill out all the other details, or you might just ignore that and click out of it. I go back up here to Magella O'Connor again, you'll see it's establishing the context of Atlantic Designer Furniture based on the email address. If I click down here to Sage CRM at CRMtogether.com, it's remaining on the same screen because it's recognizing the domain of CRMtogether.com. If you want to click out to the home, here's your overdue, so that's overdue accounts and the last date that it was refreshed, and you have a list of them there, so there's 4 being found. You can have a look at any open orders that are there. Again, you can see the refresh. The date was the 28th of February, so you could refresh that, or any open quotes that are available. On the search basis then, you can search on AR customers, contacts, orders, vendors, invoices, prospects, email or phone, or items. So we'll just do an email one, and I'm going to put in Magella and just click OK or go on that. It's straight away bringing me into Magella at CRM Together. I'll do another search there and we'll look at Artie, for example. And what we've got here against Artie, it's brought me up a number of invoices and orders, the company details and the person listed against this email address, Artie at Sage Sample. So if I select the top one, for example, it's actually remembering the search here. It's remembering that there were 10 results against Artie. So I can switch back to that at any time if I so wish. If I want to look for items, I'm going to run a search on Erase, and there we have the 2 Erase boards, 2 different sizes, and some in details around them, or I can click into it and see the full details on the item. So we've got the full standard unit cost, price, etc. Quantities again, on purchase order 10, on standing order 5, etc. And the various warehouses that they're located at as well. So really valuable information if you get an inquiry on the phone to be able to actually look up and see what the details, what's on stock, to be able to give a customer an idea of that. Then you have your plus new here. So we clicked on Lonely Planet and it presented the new prospect screen, but you also have access to create the prospect as well if you so wish. So it could be somebody hands you a business card, or you get a phone call and they give you your details and you can fill out a new prospect from that. So that's a quick run around of what you can do or what you can view within Accelerator for Sage 100. So we'll just click back into our presentation. So the benefits of Accelerator for Sage 100, obviously first and foremost, no Sage 100 user login required, which means your entire company can actually view the Sage 100 data without having a user login. And as I said, the frequency of the updates can be dictated by the customer. It's obviously just a huge benefit that you can view Sage 100 data from email, which means you don't have to swap between systems. And that CRM layer, it's to aid business growth. So it allows you to make a record of a call that you have with somebody that hasn't yet become a customer, so they're not in Sage 100, but they could actually be added as a prospect. And as I said, that's stored in the cloud and can be downloaded to be reported upon. Just to mention that there is also availability for MobileX for Sage 100, abbreviated to MXS100. And that allows you to do everything that I've just showed you with the Outlook integration, but on your mobile phone. So if you wish to place an order, the best thing is to contact your Sage business partner, or you can request a quote directly from us. What we covered today was Accelerator for Sage 100, abbreviated to ACS100, and the details can be found at crmtogether.com/products/Outlook integration for Sage 100. Thank you for your time.